Hello, welcome. This is Alphawisdom. I'm Mystic Cassandria, psychic, palmist, Reiki master, author, and musician. This channel offers lessons in how to read palms. We're beginning today with lesson 57, which is a continuation of a series of lessons in reading the palms, how to get started, precisely what you should do. And once you have reached a point where you understand, you're comfortable, you can develop your own way of doing it. So this is like a guide. Okay, in this guide, we're going to look at palms, examples of them, and we will be talking about the texture, which we haven't really covered yet. We will notice the hand shape, which we have covered, and we'll talk about the thumb. Okay? All right, so let's get started. All right, we're looking at a hand. The fingers appear long, but as we measure them with the measurement for the palm, the fingers in the palm, we find that the fingers are shorter than this palm. The palm is rectangular, it's somewhat narrow, and this is what we call a fire sign. Remember that the palms are named based on the elements of the planet: earth, wind, air, and fire. This is a fire. Fire hands are rectangular, the fingers are short. Now, that Saturn finger, that's the middle finger, is rather long. So when we get to talk about fingers, we will be talking about that. That has to do with your attitude towards society. That's like business. So that's a point where this person could certainly excel. All right, but moving on. When we get to the texture, just for a moment, I want you to see how this works out. All right, to get the texture, we are going to just take two fingers. If you want to do three or one, that's okay. And you're just gently going over the palm, getting a feel. And as you're feeling, you're thinking, oh, this is very smooth. Oh, this is not too smooth. Oh, this kind of, you can feel something under it. Oh, this is coarse. Okay, everything means something, all right? So when we get to something that feels so soft, it's almost like touching a baby's flesh. Very soft. This person is sensitive, maybe psychic, uncomfortable in crowds, rather nervous. They can't handle it. It's too much. And they should not do anything in excess, especially when it comes to alcohol. Usually they'll run away from it, or drugs or something like that. Their system is sensitive. They are sensitive. Okay? Nice people. That has not anything to do with it. We're just talking about the quality that we feel. So that's referred to as silky. If you feel something, but you feel like little ridges underneath, but not taking away, we have that as like paper thin. Something like paper thin. And when I say paper, it's slightly like sandpaper, very, very slightly. But you do feel something. It's not totally smooth like the silky, all right? These persons are active, but it's more or less mentally active. They do well when it comes to broadcasting. They have many ideas. They like an area where they can express themselves openly. We might see them on television or hear them on the radio. They're good at that. So that's where they usually occur. They have no problem with sensitivities, certainly not at the degree as the silky hand. And the next one is sandpaper. It feels a little rough. These people are very active. Sports. They like outdoor activities. They're into athletics, and they may be athletes. I don't know, but that's how it is. And the final one is course. Oh, you may have heard say they have rough hands. These are outdoor people, people who may work outdoors, bricklayers, people that work in maybe timber, cutting trees and things of that nature, but it's outdoor work, course. And they are not sensitive. They certainly not to pain, the pain that someone else may feel. If they have a fracture in the palm or something, they don't respond to it at all. They feel it, but it's not really bothering them. Okay? So these are the textures. You want to look at the texture of the person's palm, and you want to then look at the hand shape, which we've already covered. So we can't tell what the texture is. We can't tell what the texture is for this palm, but we certainly can see that this palm is a fire hand. I've told you that. Look at the thumb. We can see the flanges there, the separation, that line that separates parts of the thumb. Okay. The top part is the idea of moving action. And the next section would be ideas. So we have action, ideas, and the next part, getting into the thumb ball, is the love. All right? So if you find someone with a larger section for active, then this person can really get going with ideas. But that means if one is larger, the other one's going to be smaller. So they don't come up with too many ideas, but they can really get started and put things into action. So a good thing would be to work with someone who maybe has a larger idea side and a smaller active side. Teamwork. They can really get things done. All right? So that would be the thumb. You'll have to feel the palm to see if there is much flexibility. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. This is also a fire hand. All right? We can see the lines. We see little separation between the little finger and the ring finger. And let's get this up a little bit so we can see. So the middle finger is not that long. It doesn't stand out. It's in pretty good balance. But it looks like, the way the hands are being held, it looks like the index finger is longer than the ring finger. It may be the way the hand is held. The thumb looks flexible, but we can't tell till we actually feel it. But it looks kind of balanced. All right? And we can't tell the texture until we feel. All right? Let's take a look at the next part. This is the right hand. Now, we can see that it's the same length of fingers that we see. And if the index finger is not longer than the ring, they're certainly about the same length. The thumb looks flexible. When you see a turn at the upper part, this part, that's a sign of flexibility. Okay, we take one more. This is also a fire hand. Okay, we look at the fingers, shorter fingers than the palm. Okay. All right. We can't see the thumb on this one, but we can see that the lines are there. Okay, and we can't see the texture. All right. You cannot grasp things quite the same as when you are actually looking at the hand and the fingers. They're right in front of you. Okay? But this is a pretty good idea as to what to look for. So we've covered that. In the next lesson, we will get into fingers. All right? So this ends the lesson for today. If you understood it, please give a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Okay, if you enjoyed it, if you're learning something from it, thank you for watching it. And until next time, oh, one more thing, I will be posting 2 videos per week doing this series. All right, so they may come every other day, but certainly 2 videos per week, okay, until we come up with another series name. All right, well, you have a great day and take care of yourself. Bye.